All right, let's start this off with our guests. We've got the boys from Soul Citizen in the house. Let's actually start with we'll go with Griffin. So I've got to ask, Griffin Gaming RPG, awesome name, and it makes me wonder where that handle originated from. Are you an old school RPGer or what?
Yeah, well, Griffin was easy because that's my name. Uh, Gaming because I wanted to game, and RPG because I couldn't get Griffin Gaming for a name. But yeah, it is because I do enjoy role play more and more these days, and particularly I came up with that name for Star Citizen in particular. So that's kind of my thing. I do want to when I go into Star Citizen role play is definitely something that I want to do.
All right, on. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Okay. And how about you, Fast Cart? What's the tell me a little bit about your origin of your name and your involvement within the Star Citizen community.
Well, I told this story before, but my name, I got it in college because when, back in '91, they had us sign up for email addresses.
Mm-hmm.
So I originally wanted to be Quick Cart because people were saying I got my first scooter in college. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's the other thing. I have cerebral palsy,
Mm-hmm.
so I ride a scooter everywhere because I can't walk too far too well.
Mm-hmm.
So my friends are saying that my card is fast or quick. My card is quick.
Mm.
So I wanted to take the email a quick cart, but at the time the servers at the university only allowed 8 characters. The quick cart was 9, so I had to think of a synonym for quick, and I chose fast, and it became fast cart, and the rest is history.
Nice.
But I also go by FC because fast cart is 8 letters. It's easier to type 2 letters, so
Mm-hmm.
that's where the FC comes from.
That works. That works. And I
And
mean,
what was the other question?
it's quicker. It's shorter than Sherry's driver. Yeah. So and your how you got started within the Star Citizen community. I know you've been a fixture of the Star Citizen community going back to the beginning, basically.
I started in 2014, October 2014. That's when I back. So I missed about 2 years, but
Mm-hmm.
I I heard about the Kickstarter in 2012, but I didn't think it was for me because and most people who played it, who are into Star Citizen, they know about Chris Roberts and they know about Wing Commander.
Mm-hmm.
When they were playing Wing Commander, I was playing LucasArts game. I was playing TIE Fighter, X-Wing,
Right
X-Wing
on.
vs TIE Fighter, and all that good stuff. So I didn't jump on the. I got on the Star Citizen wagon train a bit late, but ever since then, I I had been talking to the community. I'm more into Star Citizen for the community than the game at this point. I do love following the development,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm trying to pace myself and not burn myself out on the game before the game actually launches.
Oh yeah, I get that. And you might have started in 2014, but man, you jumped in with a splash because in the 2016 sitcom, you were the belle of the ball. You were getting interviewed by Relay and having all those moments where I saw pictures of you with Chris Roberts and pictures of you with this one and that one and like everybody was that was the big thing was, hey, did you there were like a couple things. Did you see Chris? And then did you see Fast Cart?
I'm pretty sure it's more about the quest than me, but yeah, I love the community. I try to put a smile on people's faces, and evidently people like me. They really like me.
Beautiful. DK, why don't you tell us the origin of your name? I'm starting to wonder, like maybe this comes from a WoW thing, Dark Knight or whatever.
Oh no, actually, when I was in my 20s, early 20s, and hanging out with my friends in clubs and doing stupid stuff as we do in our early 20s, I had this thing of leaving parties and not telling people where I was going, and
Mm.
so people ended up just calling me a Dark Knight
Like you were
or
like
a
you were
Batman.
Batman sneaking out
Right,
to go
just
fight
sneaking
crime.
out. So it
Beautiful.
just kind of stuck, and I just kind of kept with it, throughout all of my gaming and stuff like that. It's gone through several variations of DRK or DRKK or DAR, just various. But I just settled on Dark Knight 75 because 75 is the year I was born. So
Nice.
yeah, that's the origins of the name.
Well, I'm going to open this one up to sort of all of the Soul Citizen guys. Just hop in. Um, I'll just preface this by saying, and I've said it before on this show, everybody's heard me say it. Soul Citizen is my absolute favorite single content creator news source for Star Citizen. I think you guys are fantastic. We have kind of a broader spectrum. We cover a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and we jump around. You guys are hardcore dedicated, at least for the show, to Star Citizen, and I think you guys do a fantastic job. I will say without any reservation whatsoever, you guys are better than us at Star Citizen News, and I catch every episode to make sure that I am current on the stuff. So you guys are on Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Why don't you tell us a little bit, what maybe FastCart, start off with telling us a little bit about the show, about how you guys see the show, sort of where it started, where it's going, and just tell me a little, tell the group, the fans, a little bit about your awesome show.
Okay, first off, I just want to say, Kai, yes, the check is in the mail. You're getting 3 checks at this point. You're going to keep going. You're going to bankrupt us. But how we started on the show, back in January, February of 2020, Griffin came to me and said he had the idea for starting the show featuring people of color predominantly. And I gave him a few names, and he had a few names of who he wanted to go on. And then in March we had our first show, and then this whole, I don't know if you know this, but a pandemic happened, and we
What?
turned out we we had a lot more time and to do the show than we anticipated. And because I think at the Griffin can correct me. I think we were thinking about maybe doing it once or twice a month, but then we started doing it weekly because there was time for it. And it's been a blast. I've been having fun ever since.
That's very, very cool, man. That's very, very cool. And I dig, I mean, to me, the appeal of the show isn't just that it's like, oh, it's people of color or whatever. Because, you guys, you guys aren't a black show about Star Citizen. You guys are a Star Citizen show that just happens to have a lot of people of color on there. But I definitely, coming from Elite Dangerous, and I'm not meaning in any way to belittle or minimize anyone, but that Elite Dangerous crowd is such a very white, very British dude crowd that it's nice to have a little bit of flavor, a little bit of something different. I think different voices, a multitude of voices, brings awesome viewpoints, and diversity can be great of just getting lots of different flavors of things, and I dig that a lot.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're a Star Citizen show that happen to have people of color, and that's good to hear.
Yeah, and and I think it's a show that is beloved by multitudes of all different backgrounds of just all types, and I totally dig that. And it's I feel like your community on your Discord is also a very, very sort of supportive, awesome community. And guys, I just want to say, we will have the Soul Citizens Twitch channel and YouTube and Discord and all of the links in the show notes after the show, when I do the show notes up. So they will be there. I cannot enough recommend, go get involved in the Soul Citizens community. It is awesome. Griff, hop in on this. Tell me a little bit about your thoughts on the show and where it's going and where it's been and what's not.
Yeah, sure. FastCart pretty much hit it on the head. One of the difficulties with starting our show, obviously, is we started in 2020,
Mhm.
And there were tons of other shows out there that we watched, that we avidly watched weekly, and kind of like these people were like our mentors to a certain degree. Certain shows that we watched back in the day, from Captain Richard to Gray Headed Gamer, Board Gamer. There's a lot of folks out there who are just putting out really, really good content. But we kind of decided to go a different route. I mean, even though we are a talk show, it's more topical, and it's more about different subject matters of the game more than just the weekly review of what's going on. The Thursday show kind of covers that, but the Sunday show is really a dialogue of talking about our feelings about the development and that development over the past 9 years. So it has a little bit different flavor than some of the other shows, but we've also been very well supported by a lot of those folks who are out there, the veterans who've been doing shows. They, right off the bat, people like Paul Shelley, Captain Richard, other people, right off the bat, supported us and pointed people in our direction. So our community has been very, very supportive. I think when it comes to the people of color thing, I think it has more to do with just the way we see things.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been on the show before, our sense of humor, what's funny to us.
Oh yeah.
But it's been very inclusive. I mean, we've had everybody on the show as guests. And like FastCart said, it's been a lot of fun, a lot of talented people on our team. I respect all the people that we have. We have men, women, just a variety of people with different feelings about the game, some of whom are much more positive toward the game,
Mm-hmm.
some people who are much more critical towards the game development, but all of them love and support the development. Not just that. I mean, one of the things that we've admired about you guys is, at least me specifically, is, I've been following you guys for a little while now, and from Elite Week to this, and I think Dark Knight and FastCart, you weren't into Elite, if I'm not mistaken, but I was in it at the beta and played it for a few years, got away from it a little bit, came back around Odyssey, and there's still a colossal, a lot of people in our group are into Elite just as much. We kind of feel like there's room for more space games. The more space games, the better, the whole thing is for everybody. So, but that's our background in relation to Soul Citizens.
Beautiful. Yeah. Again, like I said, you guys got to check out the show. And this Sunday, I am super hyped. This Sunday, they're going to have another one of their industrial shows where they get into looking at all aspects of not only a ship, but sort of the game loop that ship is going to facilitate, and sort of going through and digging through the nuggets of what we know and speculation and what we want and all kinds of stuff. Why don't you give us a little sneak preview of Sunday's show, guys?
Well, this week's show is on the Starfarer. The Starfarer is actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, FastCart, it's the first of the industrial ships that was released to us in game. It was one of the earlier concept ships, and it's a refueler. It's a cargo ship. We were really excited about it when it came out. I think in size, it was when we saw it in the hangar. Most of the ships at that time were running around maybe 40 meters, something like that, 30 meters. This one was 100 meters in length. And so it was kind of mind-blowing to go on a ship that had multiple levels, and you could get lost in fact, when you walk. In fact, to this day, there are people who still say they hate walking on the Starfarer because they get lost on it.
Yep.
But just recently, CIG announced that they are working on the refueling mechanic for the game, which makes that ship viable and usable now, other than just for cargo. So there's obviously there's some anticipation and excitement for that, and so we just kind of thought it was a good time to highlight that ship and talk about what we have heard from CIG in the past, as well as what we know today. And of course, there'll be a little bit of speculation about its use, but we're really excited about it. That particular series has done very well for us. FastCart and I were talking about the fact that the Industrial Strength series has really been some of our most watched shows. And I think it is because those ships are kind of the ones that have been kind of down the road somewhere for us to see, and people are still interested in them. So we're excited about this Sunday show.
Your show on the Orion was one of the shows that made me first fall in love with you guys as content creators and go like, oh, I got to go back and now dig back through all the previous episodes and just get it all. And yeah, you're right. The Reclaimer, wait, did I say Reclaimer, Redeemer? I always get it. It's the Reclaimer. Yeah, that's the one.
That's coming up too. Yeah, the Reclaimer. Yeah.
The Reclaimer, it's you know, with the new aspect of ship refueling, and then also with the aspect of new systems and the availability, the access to get into Pyro and Nyx that are sort of, we're on the cusp of, people are anticipating when's it going to be. It makes that ship, as you say, go from being a thing where it's like, okay, because there are some ships in the game where it's like, okay, the ship exists, like the Mercury Star Runner. The ship exists, but it's sort of associated gameplay loop. I mean, yeah, you could say cargo running, but like really it's a data runner, and that gameplay loop is not quite there yet. But like that, I feel like, yeah, this ship, this Sunday show, it's a situation where the ship is there, the loop not quite yet, but we're on the cusp, and that's where it's sort of super interesting. Yeah, so I'm excited. So check it out this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And as I said, check out the Soul Citizen guys for a phenomenal show.